For last 10 years, government has emphasized on the importance of the aerospace industry in order for us to be at par in our neighbor countries. Okay, as mentioned just now, through establishment of NICO Malaysia, as an industry facilitator implementing the aerospace blueprint, with the intention Malaysia to be one of the aerospace hub in Southeast Asia by 2030. At the moment, the industry in Singapore and Thailand is ahead of us because we maybe started late, but it doesn't matter when we start, but important is by 2030, our industry in this aero manufacturing and MRO to be at par with Singapore and Thailand. Okay, first we look into the standard itself. This AS series of standard is a standard for aerospace developed by AIQG, this International Aerospace Quality Group, the body at the national level responsible for the development of the standard. And then this standard published by SAE International is a body. Once they develop this standard to facilitate the industry, worldwide recognized. For this aerospace, currently they have these three standards. AS9110 cover for the aero manufacturing, the type aero manufacturing on the manufacturing of parts, components up to the like engine, airframe, and so on. This standard applicable to aviation, space, and defense. Aviation, anything that's involved in the like we have now, we have a drone, we have a unmanned space vehicle, and so on. And then space. Launching of satellite, everything, and we have now country is recently Malaysia has launched the satellite, numbers 4 of it satellite, and defense industry, because in defense industry also we have a fighter jet and then the carrier for the transportation and so on. Okay, this normally we classify as aero manufacturing. And then AS9110 is a requirement for aviation maintenance. I mentioned just now MRO. Provide the maintenance, repair, and overhaul. Aircraft, when they fly a certain number of hours, is subject to the routine maintenance. So, for example, each aircraft requires running hours, 1,000 hours, 5,000 hours, running hours, and then they have to do maintenance. Like our car also, like it's part of that. So this standard facilitate the MRO service provider. Start from aircraft parked in the hangar until they can release for fly back. Because aircraft when they park at the ground, as a grounded, you have to pay for the parking. As minimum, they can go for ISO 9001, apply for all. But for aerospace industry, they have to have AS9100 for 9100 for manufacturing. But sometimes they give time. Customer, okay, for 2 years we have to develop system. Currently, it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. All standards is not mandatory unless regulated. So the requirement to certify is depend on their customer in the supply chain. In terms of certification, Malaysia SIRIM, actually SIRIM is a Malaysian born CB in advance in prepare ourselves to get ourselves ready to support the industry requirement. Like we have done it in automotive. The only CB in Southeast Asia get accreditation.